Okay, we're back. Let's get going with the utmost care. Oh, frab joyous day, Kalu Kalay, that I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Haha Sako, greatest of Professor Lambertien's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable. In fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that naught but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters and murderous Mirrorites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the watered pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. So what they're referring to is this massive thing over here. Oop. Accidentally hit the walk button at some point. I was going to say, yeah, so when we went and buried, or not buried, when we went and said a prayer for the Scions that were killed by the Empire, and I pointed out, oh yeah, you can go over there. Yeah, now we're going there. It's a bit of a pain in the butt because it's a little bit of a maze, and then there's, you know, level 40-ish enemies everywhere, so it doesn't help. But yeah. Very cool. Oh, someone's coming up. Yeah, so Mirrorite's level 40. See, we've got to go all the way down there. And of course there's a fate occurring at the moment that we need to go there. This was super easy as Rogue though, because I just dropped into stealth and walked all the way down. Although I'm not doing too bad. Where's the way down? See what I mean? I wonder if we can just... not this bit anyway. There are bits where you can just jump off. Let's zoom in. So, there's supposedly a thing over here. No, that's just a wall. Okay, so see what I mean? So we have to go back that way. By the looks of it. Of course, the Mirrorite is blocking that way. There we go down. Now, if I remember correctly, this quest chain is a bit of a pain as well. See, now we're gonna have problems. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this Mirrorite away. Oop. And then we're gonna wait for this one to like turn around, and then we'll dart in and grab the corrupted crystal and jump out. I might grab this one as well so it doesn't cause problems. Also, it gives us something interesting to look at while we wait for that guy to turn around. Should be okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Alright, now let's go. Run! Nice. Alright, so, no, we don't want to go back by teleport. I normally would. Wait. Not this way. Normally would, but there's no teleport back to Highbridge. And there's no chocobo there either. Haha, Sako. I see you've come galumping back. Have you the crystal then? Yep. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambert will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. My keen scholar's sense tells me that you have obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? Yes, you are. You are correct. If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, this is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have sent you to Sako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, woman. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you've collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldessian. You've heard of them. Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's this. You end up having to do a whole bunch of running backwards and forwards to the same person for stupid reasons. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in Eastern Lenosha. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosha is where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an Imperial castrum. Haha! Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It's Western Lenosha, far off Sirius on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Delaman's talents, or some such nonsense. What I can say for sure is that she's still in Aleport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift watered pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. I mean, we started with those crass pirates, so we're all good with them. And yes, this is the one I was thinking of. Corrupted crystals? Madam, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertient did send you. Beg your pardon. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. I am Sienna, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, God. Just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. It's also, one the other guy nearly did. Ooh. Pierced skin harness. Compare that quickly. Significantly less armor, but an extra strength and extra health. I might keep the mithril cuirass. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Is there one here? There is one here. You startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with all this fastidious gossip of spirits, and spectres haunting the Isles of Umbra, just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Fatuous? Fatuous. I don't know. You keen on travelling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody old lass, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing here but deaf, and more deaf. I miss doing the piratey accent. Not. Elza Gemilza. The Isles of Umbra, what interests have you in that god-forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Sirius, the Isles have become naught more than a graveyard for ships, unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. That sounds far serious. Faros? Fairly serious? No? No? It's probably not pirates. I love that. If you don't remember, that was the quest leading up to, well, in fact, leading up to Sastasha. Scarlett, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with undead, you say? That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Money. 2,500 gil. Wow. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is naught more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, owing to the abandonment of Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyfrin, who was recently detained after running from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra, returning from. This is the first I've heard of someone actually travelling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested, after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. He wasn't there a second ago. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or could you release me? Yes, release me. I'll go and tell her. Let me go to her. In case you're wondering, that is Sirius. I think I might have pointed it out at some other point. I might have pointed it out in another episode, but I can't remember. What did Skyfern have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how much he misses his favourite bar wench, but what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard who grabbed my ass the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Is he? No, Northern Internet. What? Northern Internet. Oh, okay. Initiate. Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Why are you here? Speak up, monsieur. I can't hear you. Eh? Bugger me. Is this what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say. Where did you say you found it? Skyphone, you say. Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharly Sirius, he was. Company sent me to supervise a lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What's that? You're looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the guild, I'd hire some sellswords and let him sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. Up here. Okay, we're talking to what's-her-face. Oh, and when I refer to back and forth, this isn't even the beginning. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. Well, it did actually. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfrian's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this rite of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra, without me. Yeah, no, mate. Fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I'll go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. I mean, we could just talk to that other one, couldn't we? Take me to the Isles of Umbra, she bids. As if it's as simple as... I see you've got the rite of passage. Alright then, climb aboard. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. Beg your pardon, madam, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. An old pot. I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. What? What? The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharly Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since the rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship's graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Scarlett. Help me unravel this mystery and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship's graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of undead infestations, so it might behoove you to question them. Oh, yeah, there's also an NPC around here somewhere. I think it's all the way over here. If you give them elixirs, high quality elixir and then a high quality high elixir, you get minions from them. It's pretty cool. It's like a sun and a moon minion. Ish, all there for taken. 5 bleeding years worth of wreckish and their cargo, but those queer dead things and that voice, actually that voice is quite nice. You saw them too, right? Dead people, just shambling about without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, and then start shuffling towards the water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. Far of Sirius is a dungeon as well. There's 2 versions of it. I can't remember the level for the first version. I think it might be level 50, but it also might be 60, so I'm not sure. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? Alright. Yeah, we'll do this. David is sweating profusely. But if they have returned, that would mean... beg your pardon. I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. What's been keeping you, initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out folk what wander near the ship's graveyard, and it stirs up the dead and all. Bloody hells, that takes me back to my days as a cannon boy, sailing under old Miss Beard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we've learned 'em last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they? Brazen old biddies. Some folk said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones that this day would come, and come it has. I'd bet me bung ear, and sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, initiate. I speak of the other kind. Them what's got feathers, and lure sailors to watery graves with a sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. Even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bidding till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Stepped maybe in drinkin' I'd regret it after. Okay. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell-spawn hussy afore she takes another soul. Course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The sirens don't have no power over a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best head over to her, to the ship's graveyard and shit. If she passes near the shore, she'll sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Solo duty. Yep. I actually completely forgot about this one. Until I made an old character and then had to do it again. I'm like, hang on, I don't remember this. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. You're the one who said it. Quiet, did you hear that? It's her. Look over there, out in the water. She's come, this shit. She's come. Quick, lass. Shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Hither embrace mine everything all. True love spurn her cruelty's reward. Oh, turned it off. Oh, I didn't see that. It's an AoE on the ground, see? Oh, okay. Let's pull them out of that, don't I? Alright, cool. Spare mournful mistress distress. Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not to relent something? To relent regret forever alone. You. I'm assuming I need to stop them from getting hit by that shit. Nice. Or I need to not get hit by that. My love, a river, one look, soul shiver. Oh, okay. I gotta be mindful of that then. That's it. Nice. Okay. Mimidoa. Eh? Am I alright? Ha! I'm better than that, shit. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. course, I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 whatsits if we gutted the songstress, but you can't have everything, can you? She'll not be crooning round here again, though not for a while, at any rate. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for your help, bugger me. I've clean forgot your name. You never asked it. Remind me, Scarlett? Don't recall having known this shit by that name, but if you're not me, old mate, what's the name? Why have you been so bloody helpful? Never mind. Be seeing you, lass. From memory, he never remembers you. Like, I'm pretty sure he never remembers you. Because you deal with him when you do the Pharly Sirius quests for the dungeons, for both the normal and the hard. And I remember him saying, "Your face looks familiar." You mean it was the siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimodou was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame you for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Scarlett. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Boo. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Scarlett. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice aspected ether to counteract the effect of a raging wind. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll have to keep looking, I suppose. And there it is. I think you do that another couple times. But anyway, with that, we are going to call it an episode. Next episode, we'll continue with the curious case of Giggity. And probably find another couple incorrectly aspected crystals just for the annoyance of it. But anyway, with that, we'll catch you next time.